Alright, hello my friends. I know this is a bit more awkward than usual today, but I will be reshooting this video tomorrow. I just forgot my document camera at home. So I will be reshooting this and re-uploading the video for you tomorrow on Tuesday. So if you happen to watch this video before I finish editing, I'm very sorry. For those of us who were in class, you should know how this is going to happen. So hopefully, if anyone catches this before I edit, you can still carry on with what we're going to do and you can follow this. So, the first thing we're going to do with this landscape, we're making a landscape, is that we are going to first draw the foreground. Now, as we talked about in class, the foreground is the thing that is furthest. Sorry, not furthest, closest to you. Hopefully we know what the thing furthest is. So the thing closest to us is our foreground, and this can be, truly whatever you want it to be. Mine is going to be some mountains, right? So there's my foreground. And my middle ground is going to be what's in the middle, right? In the middle. So not what's most in front of you, not what's most behind you. And, I think I'm just going to do a funky mountain line, funky hill line for that middle ground. And now finally the background, right, is the thing that's furthest from you. And my background, there's going to be some mountains. And I'm actually gonna put some snow on my mountains right now, on those little caps. Actually, there we go. Just gonna add a little bit more. Right? So, those are my mountains, and I think I'm just going to add a sun in my background as well. And I'm going to add some birds. So they're flying. So, my background, middle ground, and foreground. Now, when you have these three things established, your foreground, middle ground, and background, we're going to start adding some line work, right? Just like how we were practicing the last lesson we had. So, you could truly do whatever kind of line work makes you happy, right? It really, really doesn't matter as of right now. So, whatever patterns you want to go with, those are yours to go with, right? So, we're just going to add you can get some thick lines going on here, right? I already have some thin lines, right? And we can just kind of continue with our line work. And, you really got to think about what kind of lines you think this landscape would have, right? Since it's yours to make up. So, let's see. You can even do something as simple as just like some lines that kind of mimic a hillside, right? Doesn't have to be anything too busy, right? We don't want to put a bunch of different lines, kind of to the point where there's no balance, right? There's no balance in the quiet areas and the noisy areas. What we want is to have just some sort of balance here, right? I apparently really like dots today. Yeah, I'm a fan of dots today. And you can have the same type of motif, the same type of line work in a couple different parts of your, of your landscape if you want, right? We can have could mess around with some diagonal work, right? We're just, it's whatever you feel is appropriate. So yeah, we are just going to, I'm going to add a couple more. But essentially, let's say I'm done. I kind of like where this has gone. I added some various types of lines here. And I like where we've kind of stopped, right? So, at this point, we're going to add some color. Now, let me make sure that you definitely see this example I quickly did for you. And now we're going to focus on one I already did. This has a lot more line work in it. This is, a couple classes worth of experimentation. And I was able to paint this because I was in my classroom. But you can see that I did actually leave some white spaces, some white spaces in my background, middle ground, and foreground, because I didn't want it to be too busy with color. I wanted some sort of breaks in between the color. And I also tried my best to not put so much green, like kind of in the same spot I kind of did here. There's a lot of green in the same spot, but I was trying not to put too many of the same color right next to each other. I was trying to balance it out. So you can see I have some parts where I have some of my warm colors together. I have some warm and cool colors. Let's see, I have some cool colors together. I did some complementary color work with the blue and orange, right? I did my complementary colors with that section. And we just want to find a balance with the line work and the color we use. That's a really big thing, is just a sense of balance. So I talk more about what I could have changed and what I do enjoy about that first drawing in the Flipgrid that you will do after this lesson. Drawing lesson number 2, so don't forget, this is drawing lesson number 2. And just, try your best to get a good variety of line. I didn't get too much variety in this one, but I was trying to go fast for you. This one is a better look at variety. Because remember, on my virtual studio, you can look at a video that discusses over 50 different types of lines. So you have so much variety. So don't forget, on the first slide of my virtual studio, under lines, there is that link to the website that has 50 plus lines, over 50 lines. So you can really get some good variety with that website as well. It's a very good resource. So can't wait to see you next week, unless you're one of my classes that I see Tuesday or Wednesday. And good luck with these. I really can't wait to see these. They always turn out so beautifully and so unique. Have a great fall break.